Imam al-Sajjad alayhi salam, oftentimes his legacy is misunderstood. Right? Du'as was one part of what the Imam did. Du'as for Imam al-Sajjad were not, and for any Imam and for any Ma'soom, they're not just simple words of comfort. No, there's something greater. They are a means of connection between this world and the next. If you understand Imam al-Hussein, you will understand Imam al-Sajjad. Imam al-Hussein was someone who was able to take spirituality and portray it in the battlefield. Imam al-Sajjad did the exact same thing. In the court of Yazid, in the court of Ibn Ziyad, he portrayed spirituality. Those du'as were a means of tarbiyah for us and his companion to become like that. Sometimes we need to carefully examine Imam al-Sajjad's du'as. Those du'as were a form of resistance. I do want to add though, Imam al-Sajjad's only form of resistance was not through the du'as. Imam al-Sajjad was an active soldier. Whether it was from his sermons that completely destroyed the caliphate of Yazid in the court of Umayyah, or in Kufa where he introduced Ahlul Bayt. Remember, at that time, we're talking about a time where people believed that Ahlul Bayt were traitors. This is the type of society that he went into, and he caused revolutions. His words were a ripple effect. Why? Because he introduced Ahlul Bayt in a setting where no one wanted anything to do with Ahlul Bayt. Imam al-Sajjad not only did that, he caused an ilmi revolution. Do you think Imam Baqir was just able to find hundreds of thousands of students on his own? All of a sudden, overnight, he became a muallim and created this great university? No! Imam al-Sajjad used to buy slaves, keep them for a year, teach them Islam, educate them, give them tarbiyah, and then would free them. So if we say that Imam al-Sajjad was just a weeping Imam, or just a spiritual Imam, he only used to pray, of course prayer was his form of resistance. It was one of the greatest things he had done for the resistance. But other than that, the Imam was one of the greatest leaders and educators in humankind and mankind has ever seen. So let's stop the jokes about the weeping Imam and the sick Imam. All he did was sick. Allah made him sick for a reason, to preserve him to eventually so that he can do that role. And his tears were a weapon of his, because through his tears he would remind people of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein.